A lot of us might think that working as a flight attendant is one of the best jobs out there, but did you know that they're banned from doing the simplest things? In today's video, we'll discover the 10 normal things flight attendants cannot be doing. Number 10. No slouching? A lot of times we might be thinking how flight attendants' posture's just always on point, but little did we know that it's obligatory for them to always have a straight back and no slouching. Thinking about it, slouching might help flight attendants to relieve pain when standing for long, but indeed it looks unprofessional to stand in a lazy manner. Starting from the point they enter the airport or whenever they're wearing their uniform, they should not slouch. Some airlines also restrict the cabin crew to not cross their hands or place their hands in their pocket. Number 9. They don't need to lift your bag. A lot of passengers think that flight attendants should help them with lifting their luggage as it's part of their job. Well, some crew will help you out because they're kind and nice, but it's not part of their job. Lifting luggage all the time will affect the crew's health long term. Lifting bags for 200 passengers a day will seriously affect their backs. So next time when you're on a plane and need assistance, ask the crew nicely to help you out, because remember, it's not their job. Number 8. Can't be too long or short. In the past years, there was a lot of restrictions regarding the flight attendant's height, but it doesn't work like that anymore. Restrictions will depend on the company hiring. Some companies might measure it with the overhead locker. If the flight attendant's too short to reach the locker, they might not be hired as they can't take out luggage or medical kits if needed. However, if they're too tall, it's an issue as well, as some emergency procedures might not work well with their height. On the other hand, some companies just measure with an arm reach when selecting candidates. Number 7. No perfumes. Flight attendants are always looking neat, clean, and in shape. Hygiene's a very serious matter in the aviation industry. The crew should always smell nice and have a light scent. They need to be careful with the perfume they use, even though the scent might be your favorite and mine, but the heavy scent might bother some passengers, the pilots, and even their colleagues whenever interacting. Number 6. A watch is a must. Time is very important for flight attendants. They should always be aware of it when reaching to the aircraft, boarding, or when even starting their service. It's a must for flight attendants to wear a watch at all times. It should be an analog watch which shows seconds, as the seconds is important in emergency situations. Smart watches are also allowed, but shiny and fancy watches are not allowed. Number 5. No eating or drinking. Flight attendants definitely need to eat properly to function well at 35,000 feet, but they can't do it in front of passengers. They usually will eat inside the room, which is covered by a curtain. If you go to the bathroom and see that the curtain's pulled, it's probably because someone's having their meal. Number 4. No tips. An airplane's not like a restaurant where it's okay to give workers a tip. Flight attendants are not allowed to accept tips from passengers because their main task is to keep everyone on board safe. Secondly, serving foods and drinks. If you really think that the flight attendant's doing a great job and you want to show your appreciation, you could just be polite and friendly and thank them. Number 3. Less jewelry. The amount of jewelry worn by the flight attendants might vary from airline to airline, but big rings and necklaces is not an option. The crew's allowed to wear small and light jewelry, like for example a ring or two and a small and light necklace. People might be curious why is so. Reason number 1 is because too much jewelry might look unprofessional, and reason number 2 is that some jewelry might prevent them from using some safety equipment. Nose rings and piercings is a no-no. Number 2. No sleeping. Flight attendants are always jumping from time zone to another, as their job's always on plane. A time zone to another is very tiring, but the crew cannot catch up on the hours of the flight. However, if flights are extra long, like transcontinental ones, the crew can actually sleep and take rest time. Those flights usually will have many flight attendants, as there'll be shifts for everyone to take enough rest time. Number 1. No crazy hair and nail colors. Nail polish colors are very important for flight attendants, as they deal with passengers quite a lot. Their nails should be clean, short, and tidy. Some companies might restrict on the color as well, like no crazy colors like black and not too long. On the other hand, the hair also has some restrictions. Natural hair colors are allowed, like black, brown, and blonde. However, things like green and red's restricted. Some companies might be very specific to a point that they ask for all the hair to be one color, or even to grow out the roots. This is the end of today's video. Which of these facts blew your mind? Share with us in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn the post notifications on to receive the latest from us. See you in the next one.